Okay, gonna make a quick video on some crypto coins today. That's my new software on symbolic.com by Tom DeMark. TD Sequential is the name of the software. Drop it down. That's what I have. Got this moving average line on here. I've got propulsion. I got sequential. I got combo. Got the Ichimoku cloud. And then I have an anti-differential. Just another way to get another buy signal um, off of it. So we got it on a weekly on Bitcoin. Um, you can see I'm seeing this down count. If it's below the candlestick, that's a downward countdown on a sell signal. Um, it's starting a new count here. So you're on a second week of downward action. This you have a number 11 on this buy countdown. So if that hits a 13 sometime in the next 2 to 3 weeks, that could be the ultimate bottom is what I'm thinking. Once we get that, I mean, this 9 count was decent for a little while. I mean, it didn't time it exactly to the bottom. Your anti differential actually gave you a better buy signal the next week. Then you tick just a little bit lower than that the next week. It went down to 39 or 32,917. Some change there before it finally bottomed and then started up. Got just above the cloud for a little bit, but it didn't hold it. It didn't close above it, so that's a sign of weakness, long term. But didn't get above this moving average line. This is a moving average. It's several different moving averages combined. I don't know exactly how it's calculated, but this turning orange is not a good signal. It has happened before, but it's been a while since it's turned bearish. Probably back here in 2020, it did it for a little while. Yeah, I don't want to mess up my screen setting too much where you can't see it real good. It takes forever to get it zoomed in, but so that's what I'm seeing on Bitcoin. The ones I'm following right now really close. I mean, yesterday I bought some Atom. Just starter position. I don't know. I may have jumped the gun a little bit. I probably could have timed it a little better. See if we can pull it up. We need to reset price scale on it. There we go. Cosmos. Why is this showing BTC? I think that's current. This is a beta test software too, so it's a little slow sometimes. Sometimes it hangs up. I have noticed if you'll double click or right click and reset your price scale, it seems to reset your price action faster. But it's like $100 a month. But this TD sequential, I mean, what I like about it is you can get these price targets, these dash lines and solid lines. That's going to be your resistance on your red lines. Your green lines is possible support. So I mean, if you wanted to, you could throw in a bid down here on Atom at 479. I doubt it, but that's an ultimate low, I guess. I would guess, somewhere around the top of the cloud, bottom of the cloud, on a weekly basis. Maybe even this moving average line, which looks like around 24 or 34 right now. Well, let's see. On a weekly, it did not look like that yesterday, but I could have swore that was on a 1 count. See if we can see if it reset. It's your daily. That's not a good sign. I mean, that's looking like that could start a 9 count down. If that, see what the cloud looks like. Yeah, your bottom of your cloud is headed down, so that's not looking real positive. Your orange, your blue thing turned into orange right here, so that's bearish. You're closing below the cloud. If it closes, ooh, I must plug my battery in while I'm thinking about it. So it's 6 o'clock p.m. Central Time. It'll close that candlestick out for the day. And if that closes below the cloud, that's a very bearish signal. So definitely might want to watch that, which, luckily I didn't go all in on my position. I have learned from my mistakes. I'm going to start laddering in, maybe break my buys up into, 4 or 5 different buy zones. It looked good yesterday. It was above the cloud, broke above the cloud. Had decent volume, above average volume. Looked really good yesterday, but then today, I guess you've got options closing out, expiration, so that might have had something to do with it. Let's see. You can, you pull up ADA, Cardano on a weekly basis. Yeah, it's showing a 710 count. You could say 8, I guess. I call it 710, -7, -10. These are buy countdowns. That's what it is. So your green will hit a 9 count. That's as far as it goes. You see over here, it hit a 9. That's usually an exhaustion signal, but on a weekly basis especially. But it looks like you could get this continuation where that's part of the combo TD combo countdown, and it starts counting down to a 13 if it senses the right momentum or whatever it is. I don't know exactly how it works, but so usually when that hits a 13, that's, you can see over here you hit a 13 right here on your top of right here. Well, that was a 12 on the very top. Your very next candle, that was your 13, September 6th, when this topped out. I believe that was the week of the news. September 12th, I think, was when they come out with smart contracts. And this is turning orange right here too. That's not good. That's a bearish signal. But I would think at least 2 more weeks down, maybe 3, if you get your 13. And nearly everything's on that, pretty close to that 7. -7 count. Even though it's green, that's a buy countdown. So when it hits a 9, you could buy a small position. Say buy a quarter to half of your position size. Because sometimes the 9 nails it, right on the day, or to the week. You could do it on a daily chart too, but time the entry and exit's a little better. But I even like going down to a 4-hour, all the way down to a 15-minute, for my timing. Algorand, it's on a -3 countdown. That could go all the way to a 13. So that's at least 10 more weeks, of so that this could at least go down two more weeks to hit a 9 before it bottoms. I'm thinking once Bitcoin truly bottoms, maybe everything will start coming back up with it. Look at Arweave. That's pretty popular. It's on an 8, a -8, -3. So that could come down at least 1 more week. Let's see. I've got a bunch of them. It'd take forever to go through all of them. Also bought some injective finance yesterday, I believe it is. INJ. It's a ticker on that. It was, it's on a positive count. So your green numbers are above your candlesticks on your positive count. So you hit your 9 count over here on January 24th. And that was pretty much the bottom, looks like. I mean, next week was 392 to 375. Yeah, that was the bottom on the 9 week. So this one worked perfect. So I mean, it went to a 6 continuation on your magenta or whatever color that is, but your buy countdown continuation. I call it the combo, or what I call it. And you got some pretty good support right in here around 466, 467. Looks like on a weekly support zone. You could throw in a bid on that. It could retest it next week or end of this week. Let's see, what else to buy? EWT was looking. I noticed Rand Nooner had bought some of it. It's an energy-based technology play. It's crypto-based. Let's see, it's already hit a 9 count. Looks to be the bottom so far. This week 447, last week 411. It's on a 12 also, so maybe one more week you get you 13. I'm thinking that next week could be the bottom, the true bottom on that one. We're getting real close, I think, on that one to a bottom. Like FTM, that's popular. Yeah, it's on a -7. You can go over here and rescale your price action. It gets you a better chart, but I don't know why it's still showing BTC. Sometimes it just hangs up on your ticker symbols or does some weird stuff with this beta software. They still got some bugs they got to work out, but I mean, they're giving you a pretty good discount for $100. I mean, this software would normally cost $2,600 a month through Bloomberg. So, like I said, I'm testing it out. I mean, I've used a hack version of it, for 5 years. It's close to the same thing, but you don't get your support and resistance zones with it. So, I mean, that's where the true money maker is, I think. I mean, you can set price targets, put your bids in. I think that's where worth the money for sure. For $100, I'd definitely pay that. I think you get a little better count, on some of this too. So your 9s and your 13s work a little better with, obviously with the real software. So yeah, you've already hit your 9, but now you've got to reset. You've started a new down count on a weekly basis. This week is a 1 count, brand new countdown. So that could go down at least another 8 weeks past this week. So I don't know. It's not looking real great. FTT, that's another popular one. If I can get it to reset. That may be the reset. I don't know. No, I don't think anything changed. And me recording may slow it down even more, but let's see, what else did I do? I bought some Ruin last night before I went to bed. I should have bought more. I only bought, I think, $1,000 worth of it. I should have bought 2,000. Reason I bought that, you had this buy signal over here on your anti-differential weekly, and then you were on a 1, starting a 1 positive count, hopefully up. So if that continues, that could go to a 9 count. Might starting your combo count on a 1, so that could go to a 13 like it did over here. And I wish I'd have had this software back in May last year. That would have been awesome to see. If I'd have seen this 13 count on a weekly. I mean, that's screaming time to get out. You can let me pull Ethereum up, see what it looked like back then. I can almost bet it was either on a 9 or a 13. Let's see, this 9, that was September. rallied a little further on Ethereum to November 8th. And a lot of these you might have had your count, but I don't know, this software seems to take it off. Here's that May. You had a 13 count before that. In February of 21. It called the top. You had a nice little dip off of it, but continued up till that week of May 10th, May 19th. So that's what I was thinking on Ruin. Solana's getting close too. I think it's on a -9 and then a -6, I think. Yeah, here we go. So you hit your 9, countdown. There's your buy signal. NI differential and your 9 setup. Perfect buy countdown. Buy setup, what they call it. And then your buy countdown continuation, you're either on a 3 or -6. What I call it. Definitely needs to hold this kind of a teal color line. 83.14 is pretty significant support. If it loses that, we may go down and test 68.32. Looks like. If you lose that, could be headed down to 32. That'd be pretty rough. I want to make bank, bro. Let's see. My ringtone wife texted me, getting us some tacos. What else? Solana. So I'm thinking this could go down to a 13 on either the red one or the magenta one, the pink one. So Solana may not be as close as I thought. I mean, after you've hit your 9 count, though, I mean, you could get a significant bounce at any time. It doesn't have to go to a 13. I mean, price action or news. I mean, anything could, turn it around. If Bitcoin, Ethereum turns around, I think, should be about the same. What was Ethereum had reset, didn't it? I believe, yeah, it's on a down count, -1. Still holding the cloud. It's right in the middle of the cloud. Looks like some support there around 26.06. We need to hold that. It's already below it. That's on a weekly basis. I mean, it could still tick up on, Saturday, Sunday. And it's a Friday, so I'm thinking the bottom of the cloud should hold. I mean, it looked like it held right here February 21st. It dipped a little bit below it here on the 24th, the week of the 24th, but I mean, it's holding pretty strong. I mean, there's obviously some buyers stepping in, when it gets in that discount zone. Let's see, Solana, and then everything else was Super was on a -9, Super Farm, but the continuation count I think was a -4, yeah, -3. You had a -4 here on your countdown, so that's what I wrote down. And your -3, then like I said, all this could go to a 13 or at least another -9, go to a 9 countdown. So that's 8 more weeks it could go down before it finally bounces. But I was trying that theory out, when you get your positive first week, if it'll close above that and it'll close with +1, I mean that should be a pretty good sign of strength, but I guess we'll see if it works out. I see on this one, you had your +1 after your -9 count. So if you'd have bought this week, pretty much sideways. I mean, you might have got a tick higher. 145, you hit 143. No, it hasn't made a new high yet. This is on Ultra, UOS is the ticker. I mean, it looks like it's in an uptrend. I mean, you definitely see you bottomed out, I think, on your 6. Sometimes you'll hit a 9, reverse for a 4 bar count, and then continue down. If your 7, 8, 9 really needs to be lower than your 6 day or 6 week, 6 bar, whatever time frame you're on. It's held the cloud, hasn't got below the Ichimoku cloud, hasn't closed below your moving average line weekly basis. So that's good. That's around 80 cents, 82 cents. Looks like you got some support at $1.01 on this dashed green line right here. That's pretty much been your last 3 or 4 weeks of support there. XRP looked interesting. It was maybe getting close to an exhaustion. That could actually be a buy count. You've already hit your -9. And you got this continuation on a 12. So maybe one more week, you get your 13 count. That definitely might be close to a bottom on that one. I'm looking at 70 cents as a major support zone for XRP. If we lose that, you may go down to 48, 49. So I sold all of mine by accident. I don't know what it's been. Shoot, I think that was back in January. I sold it by accident, but anyway, look at the S&P also. SPY is what I like to use. Just a mini S&P 500. It's on a -7 count. You got your anti-differential buy little triangle here on this week. It's kind of a rough week, I think, but it's only down 1.27%. Looks like so that wasn't bad, but that's nothing in a crypto day. But it's holding above the cloud at least. You got in the middle of it down here. I think ideally, as long as it holds the bottom of the cloud, I'd say another 2 weeks down, maybe somewhere around this 388. I think that'd be about 3,800, 3,900 on the true S&P 500. But that's what I'm thinking. You get a 9 count. I mean, this could go down. This continuation could go down to a 13. I hope not, but it wouldn't surprise me on a daily or weekly basis. But I had a tornado cash on a daily yesterday. I think had a 13 count. Weekly, you're only on a +3. -8, but let's see on the daily. Yeah, I hit a 13 on the daily. So I put on Twitter that I thought that could be a short-term top signal. Sure enough, today is down 15, almost 16%. That 13s and 9s over here, your 9 count was a good top signal. Another one over here kind of went sideways. Now, your 9s and 13s doesn't necessarily say this is the ultimate top or whatever, but especially on a weekly basis, though, I would definitely pay attention to 13s and 9s. They are, pretty historical evidence that, it definitely works. I don't know why. I've heard the 13 week is 1 quarter, so pretty much by Wall Street standards. So for stocks, it definitely holds a lot of value because they report every quarter. But and this is daily. It didn't change my time format for some reason. It takes forever to update sometimes. And it's still saying BTC over here too, even though this is tornado cash's price action. But so yeah, on a weekly basis, go back to weekly. Yeah, you hit your 9, went all the way down to an 8 count. As your anti-differential, that was almost the bottom on this, I think. Yeah, you had a 1921, and the next week you had a 1838 was the true low so far. It's pretty good though. I mean, with that 13, I would say it probably goes down another 8 more days at least. Uh, I'd say 8 to 12 days probably. Um, let's see if I cover this. Let's see what Doge looks like while we're at it. Doge and Shiba. I know some people like to watch those. Um, I sold all my Floki, all my Doge, Shiba, pretty much everything. It's on a -4. It's on a 12, -12. So, I mean, you get one more week, you get a 13 on Doge. Could be getting close to a bottom. Anyway, I think Shiba's about the same. Let me see. Shiba. Let me look at it right quick. Let me take my wife's call here. Hang on. Hey, I'm making a video. Let me call you back. All right, man. She wasn't too impressed. Yeah, she's not too happy about that. All right, we got the -9 count on Shiba, but now you reset and you're starting another 9 count down, 9 weeks on a 4 or 9, so that could go pretty much 8 more weeks of kind of like Groundhog Day, 8 more weeks of winter. Looks like, you know. I don't know, on nearly everything, and even Bitcoin's reset the count. Looks like, so we could see, another 7 weeks down. That's what I'm thinking. At least finish out this 13 count. Hopefully that'll be the bottom if we get a 13. So 2 to 3 more weeks. I'm hoping could be the bottom on Bitcoin. Guess we'll see. So that's all I got. Catch y'all later.